Golden and black-bellied are the best-known species of which rodent?
Bear.
A bear is hardly a rodent, and a little thing called a hamster was the correct answer. Pete, question or compete?
Question.
The subject of the film Dance with a Stranger, who in 1955 became the last woman to be hanged in this country? A sigh is not good enough. You're out of time. Ruth Ellis was the correct answer. Lorna, question or compete?
Compete with Heather, please.
OK, Lorna and Heather only, fingers on buzzers. The other three relax, but only for a moment. In 1901, Anne Edson Taylor went over which geographical feature that stands on the border of America and Canada in a barrel and survived? Lorna.
Niagara Falls.
Is correct. You change places with Heather. Clive, question or compete?
Question, please.
Name the entertainer whose autobiography, Life is a Roller Coaster, was published when he was just 23.
Houdini?
It was not Houdini. Lateral thinking didn't help you. It was Ronan Keating. Heather, question or compete?
Compete with Lorna, please.
Lorna and Heather only, fingers on buzzers. Pete, Tony and Clive, relax for a moment. Which London football team nicknamed the Cottagers was formed by two clergymen? Heather.
Arsenal?
No, it was Fulham. You stay where you are, as indeed do you, Lorna. Tony, question or compete?
Question, please.
Who was the Russian jeweller noted for making golden eggs for royalty?
Fabergé.
Fabergé was right. The sigh was worth it. What do you want to do?
Diagonal right, please.
Pete, question or compete?
Question.
Who was released after 27 years imprisonment from the Victor Verster prison in 1990?
Rudolf Hess.
The buzzer beat you, and that wasn't right anyway. It was Nelson Mandela. So you stay where you are, but you're not precluded from the next round because that was a personal question. But we do now go on to the buzzer. An incorrect answer in this round will mean that you may not attempt the next question, but a correct answer allows you to move yourself along or up, an opponent along or down, or this time you can change places, but only with an adjacent player. Fingers on the buzzers. What is the name of the Shakespearean heroine in The Merchant of Venice? Lorna.
Portia.
Portia is correct. What do you want to do?
Diagonally to the right, please.
And you, for the first time, are the king of the castle. All fingers on buzzers. On which London Underground line would you find both stations for Heathrow Airport? Clive.
Piccadilly line.
Piccadilly line is correct. What do you want to do?
Diagonally left.
What is the name of the Russian space station which will be abandoned this year? Clive.
Mir.
Mir is correct. Your move.
Swap with Lorna.
That is the end of this round. Clive, you end it as the king of the castle, but only in this round. Lorna and Tony, congratulations. Heather and Pete, good answers, but when it got nasty, you weren't quite nasty enough. But thanks for playing. All questions are now on the buzzer. Buzz in with a correct answer and you win the right to move yourself along or up, or an opponent along or down. Once more, you can swap places with an opponent on a correct answer, but only if that opponent is adjacent to you. A clock will kick in when there are just 2 minutes left on this round. Fingers on buzzers. Where are Isaac Newton, Charles Darwin, George Handel and Laurence Olivier, along with an estimated 3,300 other people? Tony?
Madame Tussauds?
No. The final word was buried. The answer is Westminster Abbey. You're out for the next question. Clive and Lorna only. Larry Hagman played J.R. Ewing in the American soap Clive.
Dallas.
Was my next word. You should have waited for me to complete it. What did J.R. stand for? The answer is John Ross. You're out for the next question. Lorna and Tony. The M1 was opened in 1959. But which city is 189 miles north of London at junction 43? Tony.
Leeds.
Leeds is correct. It's your move.
Swap with Clive.
I thought you might. You're the king of the castle so far in this round. All fingers on buzzers, all in play. Which UK pop group was formed in Brixton, London in the 60s and went on to have hits with You Sexy Thing and Clive?
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate's correct. It's your move.
Swap with Tony.
A murder is the collective noun for which breed, Clive?
Cows. Crows.
Crows. A letter missing, but it's the wrong answer, and it means you don't attempt the next question. Lorna and Tony. Which Swedish tennis star played Boris Becker in 3 successive Wimbledon finals and took the title in 1988 and 1990? Tony.
Stefan Edberg.
Is correct. Your move.
I swap with Clive.
All 3 back in play. Clive, you're in, although you're 1 layer down. Who was the first British Prime Minister to appear on television? Clive.
Macmillan, sorry.
No, Neville Chamberlain, well before Macmillan. So you're out of the next question. Tony and Lorna. From which heavenly body does it take light an average 1.2 seconds to travel to Earth? Tony.
The moon.
The moon is correct. It's your move. There are less than 2 minutes to play. Where do you want to go?
I think I'll send Clive down.
Clive, you move down to the 3rd layer. All in play. Box, flat and delta are varieties of which flying objects? Lorna, on the bell.
Kites.
Kite is correct. Well played. Your move.
Swap with Tony.
I thought you might. All in play. Released in 1921, The Kid was the first full-length film of which London-born? Clive.
Charlie Chaplin.
Charlie Chaplin is right. Your move.
Up 1, straight up.
On a British Monopoly board, which London property costs £400? Clive again.
Mayfair.
Good gamble. Mayfair's correct. Your move.
Swap with Lorna.
You're again king of the castle. In rugby union, what 2 international teams compete for the Calcutta Cup? Tony.
England and Scotland.
England and Scotland is correct. Tony, your move.
Swap with Clive.
You're the king of the castle again. Less than 1 minute to play. What was the occupation of Margaret Thatcher's father? Clive.
Baker.
He was a grocer. You're out of the next question. Tony and Lorna. What date in 1947 did London Zoo's most famous gorilla arrive, which led to him being called Guy? Tony.
Guy Fawkes, November the 5th.
November the 5th is the answer. What is your move?
Send Clive down, please.
Clive, you're down. All in play again. Whose music, arranged by Marvin Hamlish, provided the score for the film The Sting? It was Scott Joplin. Which character fond of cow pie originally appeared in The Dandy? Clive.
Desperate Dan.
Desperate Dan is correct. Your move.
Straight up.
Less than 10 seconds to play. What is the name given to the mathematical system which uses only the symbols 1 and 0? Clive.
Oh,
That's time up, which means, Tony, congratulations, you are today's king of the castle. Clive looks desperate. Lorna might as well. Did you know the answer, Clive?
it wasn't decimal, was it?
It wasn't. It was
No.
binary.
Binary.
Alas, there's only room for 1 king in our castle, so Clive and Lorna, thank you for playing, but that's the end for you. Tony, it's time now to find out what the title King of the Castle is actually worth to you. You have 60 seconds in which to attempt 8 correct answers. The first 4 are worth £50. The next 3 are worth £100. Get all 8 correct in that 1 minute, and you'll leave here with £1,000. Good luck. Your time starts now. In the novel by Sue Townsend, who was 13 3/4 and had a secret diary?
Pass.
Adrian Mole. Shirley Bassey sang the theme song for which 1971 James
Diamonds
Bond
Are Forever.
is correct. Which nationality is the Arsenal footballer Dennis Bergkamp?
Dutch.
Is correct. Which hybrid is obtained by crossing a tangerine with a grapefruit?
Pass.
Ugly fruit. Which former EastEnders actor released his autobiography Triffic last year?
Mike Reed.
Is correct. What part of the throat is often referred to as the voice box?
Larynx.
Is correct. No crib for a bed is the second line of which Christmas carol?
Pass.
Away in a manger. St Helier is the capital of which island?
Pass.
It's Jersey. Name the lioness featured in the film Born Free.
Elsa.
Is correct. 568.2 millilitres is the metric equivalent of which imperial unit?
Meter.
It's a pint, and time is up. Congratulations, Tony, you have won £300, and more importantly, the right to call yourself the king of the castle, at least until our next show. Join us then.